YouTube, how the fuck you doing today? Chris the Screw here, bringing you a brand new video. And in today's video, I'm not going to show you anything special otherwise than a modding video in the background. And basically, this modding video is just showing you two mod menus on MW 2.1 and on COD 4. Without further ado, as you read the title, I'm going to talk about a bit how I got into the modding scene, because I'm going to get this question quite a lot, because people don't really know how I actually got into modding and when was the first time I actually got in touch with modding, like how did I know it was modding and stuff like that. You know, just gonna talk about my own experience, just I won't really say a vlog, but definitely just a commentary over with the gameplay in the background. Now, in order to say, when I started or got in touch with modding, it was back in the days on MW2 1.11. Now, obviously, 3.55 came out, and GeoHards, the original person who jailbroke the consoles, the PS3, brought out their jailbroken PS3. Now, at that time, I had a lot of friends that jailbroke their PS3, but I really never had any known it, or actually didn't know how they did it. And the time when a friend, me, eventually tried to help me, 3.56 came out, because I had only one PS3 at that time. That PS3 was at my dad's, and I was only in the weekend, or once every week, I should say, like one weekend at my dad's, one weekend at my mom, you know what I mean? So I wasn't there a lot, and the time when I could jailbreak my PS3, I couldn't do it. Meanwhile, 3.56 came out, and everybody updated the PS3, because I don't think there was any spoofers back then. But the modding kind of stopped for some people. For some people, they actually didn't update, and they just left the PS3 like that, and they just continued playing and modding offline until there was a spoofer available, or that's kind of how I imagined it. However, so about 1 year ago, I bought a downgrading service, or brought my PS3 to someone I found on a website, not eBay. It was like a second-hand thing, but my PS3 is not second-hand. It was my own PS3, but it was just doing a service, right? Like you would do it on eBay from America, or from, I don't know, you know, a downgrade service. And it wasn't too far away from me, like 15 minutes driving with the car. So I was like, okay, well, my PS3 is downgradable. I've always wanted to be able to mod, so why the fuck don't I do this? And by the way, the CFG things before, I don't really count that as modding. I know it's still modding, but I mean, from the time I started proper modding, it's basically 1 year ago. So 1 year ago, I brought my PS3 back, or I brought it to him. He downgraded it, took 1 day, and then the next day I was able to pick it up. So basically, I got my PS3 really fast downgraded, and at that time it wasn't 3.55. Then I was actually freaking out, like, okay, how am I going to do this? And how am I going to ensure that I'm not going to update it or just accidentally break it? So at that time, I was friends with someone, and you probably know about who I am talking about. I'm not going to refer anything about him, as I'm still pissed as fuck on him. However, so I was calling him, or he actually called me that day, because he called me actually all the time. Anyway, so we were in a call. I was like, yo, could you help me out? And anyway, I forgot my PS3, and I was like, yeah, sure, blah, 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 blah. So eventually, he said update to Rebook 3.55, so that's what I did. But you cannot do anything on Rebook 3.55, because you cannot really QA flag on Rebook 3.55, or I couldn't do it at that time, and neither I was able to go on Dex on 3.55. Well, I was still on CAC, so it should be Rex, I think. So it was in 3.55 Rebook CAC version. I wanted to obviously go and dump my flashes and all of that, but eventually at the part when I was able to go and transfer over to 4.20, when I was actually there to get like the flash to transfer it to a Norben flash, you know, it didn't work. So I couldn't do it, so I had to downgrade back to 3.55, and then, you know, then I actually decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it myself. I ended the call, I just concentrate myself. I was at the part of 4.21.1 at that time, and the only thing I had to do, or what was left to do, was basically switch from Kex to Dex, and I did that the other day successfully. But anyway, so that's how I actually got my PS3 jailbroken. The modding scene, obviously, it comes with it. If you got your PS3 jailbroken, you're obviously gonna search how to avoid getting banned, and you're gonna search for some cool menus you could try, because at the end, most people got in touch with modding when 1.11 was out on MW2, and therefore actually got that gameplay also in the background, which should be finished by now, or it already did finish. However, so that's actually the time a lot of people got in touch with modding. They found it awesome. Some people hated it. In my opinion, these challenge lobbies back in the day were just awesome. I mean, every time I joined them one, I got a VIP or admin. I was literally just screaming on the mic. And you gotta think about it. If you're like that time, most of the hosts that were pretty old in my opinion, like I think the people who were hosting then and had jailbroken PS3, they probably were around the ages we are right now. The mid-range about people who mod are actually 15, 14 to 16. However, so at that time they probably were that old at that time, and I think it would be pretty funny, or it was pretty funny for them to hear people just squeaking and screaming on the mic. That's the same kind of feeling what I have when I'm hosting Zombielands, by the way. When I'm host, always these people, these little kids are like, I don't know, 10 years old, 11 years old, just screaming on the mic. I found this really awesome. However, so that's actually how I actually got into modding. You know, there's nothing really to explain about. I do get this question a lot, even over Skype. That random people just added me and they're like, "Hey, how did you actually got into modding?" I was like, I don't know. It was, back in the days, 1.11. That's how I found out about modding and knew about modding. I was searching it. Then the update came, and then I wasn't really too bothered with it. And then, you start to miss something if you really like to do and you see these cool menus. You just really want to do it yourself. And eventually, after like 4 years or 3 years, I decided to get it myself, a jailbroken PS3. And from now on, the day I got my PS3 jailbroken, I am still not really worried about getting banned, because I do mod new games. I do mod GTA 5, I do mod Black Ops 2. I've tried to mod Ghost, I got banned, and now I'm eventually unbanned, but, there's always a risk to get banned, but that's just, that has to do with the person or the modder himself. Now, I'm really not too bothered with anything. I know there's a risk of getting banned, and eventually, when am I going to get banned? I mean, I could just get a new console ID from someone who I trust, and I eventually should get online, and otherwise, PS4 is coming around the corner, so it might stop one day or really soon. I have no clue about that, but for now, I want to go and mod as long as possible. Now, this was the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just an informational video, and I hope you actually enjoyed the mod menu in the background on MW2. It was the one from Yard Sale. And COD 4, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to see if I can find down links to these menus, because the COD 4 menu I got ages ago, but Yard Sale patch, I should be able to get that linked. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace! If you'd like to see more about these mod menus, be sure to leave it down below in the comment section below. Don't forget to check the link down below if you want to get your hands on these no-scope glasses. And with that being said, guys, comment down below what you think about this video, and definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace!